case, the January 6th election interference case, is the most damning of all of them because it was the one that was the most egregious against the Constitution, right? Against all our institutions and our norms was this particular case. And it's because he was, at the time, president of the United States.
And the joint rally with Cheney was really extraordinary for multiple reasons, but I think it was also the first time that someone as ideologically conservative as Liz Cheney has rallied with the Democratic nominee for president, B, endorsed the Democratic nominee for president, and C, is trying to bring other conservatives into the fold on the promise that protecting the Constitution and liberal democracy is more important than your policies.
They, as in Kamala Harris and Liz Cheney, could not be more diametrically opposed when it comes to policies. But what we saw was the country over party principle, which makes sense. And even Liz Cheney said it herself, right? There comes a time when, even though you may disagree with someone, the thing that binds you together is the respect for the institutions of the rule of law, which has been decimated and destroyed by Donald Trump. Our friend Molly Jong Fast said, and I agree with this, Liz Cheney doing what she's done, Adam Kinzinger, Dick Cheney, I mean, you name certain, conservative Republicans, it's a permission structure, right? It's allowing people to feel like it's okay for them to vote outside of their party, which before was never scandalous, but frowned upon, or maybe something that you didn't do. But I think now, party labels have become a thing of the past in some ways, because a lot of people don't vote their party anymore. And I think by having somebody like Liz Cheney say, I and my father, Dick Cheney, endorsing Kamala Harris. We didn't hear a lot about that last night because it was Liz Cheney's moment. But if you stop and you think about it, it really makes you want to fall out of your chair, right? And so when you consider
the 2012, the 2008 person could not comprehend what is going on in 2024.
It's not even the 2008. It's like, I think somebody said too, we've been dealing with Donald Trump bullshit for almost 10 years now. I don't mean to depress people, but 2015 was the launch, right, of the campaign, et cetera, for him for 2016. We're about to hit 10 years of dealing with Donald Trump bullshit, and people are exhausted, but they have enough energy left and enough drive and enough concern about making sure that we're okay to get out and vote the right way in November. And so, I don't know, it's just, again, that through line of January 6th this week, I think has been really incredible. And we're 32 days now? 32 days away from the election.
Well, our final topic, because the BS has not stopped. This week, Trump reposted a screenshot on Truth Social that claimed Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, had endorsed him. As it turned out, that was not true, and a spokesperson for JP Morgan confirmed Dimon has made no endorsement and has not endorsed any candidate. But this got me thinking about the wider issue for Trump, which was also apparent in the wake of Taylor Swift endorsing Kamala Harris, which is Trump is coming into this final stretch of the election with really few big name endorsements. You're really looking at Elon Musk, a number of tech bros, and that's about it. There is no cultural
Hugo,
social figure.
You forgot Kid Rock. You don't want Kid Rock?
Well, it's funny you say that, because every time you raise this to people in Trump's orbit, the Trump people like to say, well, Trump's following is actually bigger than that of Taylor Swift, so it doesn't really matter if Taylor Swift doesn't endorse him, which is kind of such a cop-out answer.
That's such BS. Are you kidding me?
But it does speak to a wider issue of how he does not have big-name celebrities endorsing him, and the kind of impact, the adverse impact it may have on him with respect to turnout, because this will be a close election, and in close elections, it's all about turnout.
Yeah, you and I talk about the fake elector schemes, et cetera, in different states. And think about Georgia, for example, right? How many votes did he say he was demanding to get? 11,780, right? Maybe it was 789. I don't know. The point is, it's not like he was saying, find me 200,000 votes, find me 500,000 votes. I mean, 11,000 votes.
It's tiny.
It's tiny in the grand scheme, right? If you think about it, that is, 100 people in how many different places, right? You're the math guy. But the point is, like, it is enough of a margin to win. And you and I could do a whole other pod episode on the electoral college, because I think that's an important conversation that needs to be had. Popular vote, electoral college. But I think when it comes to endorsements, there's different schools of thought, right? A lot of people are like, oh, well, that doesn't mean anything. Clearly, that's Trump world saying it doesn't mean anything. But the Taylor Swift endorsement, though, hey, Lucky, the Taylor Swift endorsement, though, it's the youth vote, right? It's such horse caca for Trump to say that he doesn't want the youth vote, or he doesn't
If he
want
could
to
get
be
it,
able
he
to
would
get
want
that.
it. He's just shitting on it because he doesn't have it.
Because he doesn't have it, which is, again, him acting like a petulant child and not getting what he wants. It's just, the man could slink off into the sunset and nobody would be sad to see him go. But he persists in the wrong way to stick around. It's like, it's like the lingering fart in a room. We all know it came from him, and he's going to pretend like, it's not him. Nobody wants him around. And it's bizarre that he cannot take a hint and he cannot leave. That part I don't understand, but he'll get his packing. What's his packing orders? He'll get his marching orders shortly. Here's Lucky trying to knock down the computer.